Good morning, students. Welcome to my class. I am Taruna Chaube. Today I am going to teach you from Science, Unit 3, Chapter 7, Getting to Know Plants. Topic: the leaf. My dear students, what is leaf? Leaf is a specialized organ in plants that makes food by photosynthesis. It is normally green in color as it contains the pigment chlorophyll that helps in photosynthesis. Leaves have different shapes and sizes. In most plants, the leaves are flat. अब हम पढ़ते हैं लीफ के स्ट्रक्चर के बारे में. So, first, the leaf blade is the flat and broad part of the leaf. Midrib is the thick line running throughout the center of a leaf. Veins are the teeny lines running throughout a leaf. These veins not only support but also conduct water, minerals, and food through the leaf. The arrangement of veins in the leaf blade is called venation. Petiole. Petiole is the stalk that connects the leaf blade of a leaf with the stem. Stomata are teeny openings present on a leaf. Veins are arranged in either web-like or network-like all over the lamina. It is known as reticulate venation. The veins are the same size and run parallel to each other is called parallel venation. Generally, plants having taproot system have reticulate venation in their leaves. Example: peepal, mango, carrot, radish, etc. Similarly, plants having fibrous root system have parallel venation in their leaves. Example: grasses, maize, wheat, rice, etc. Functions of leaf. Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is unique to green plants. It supplies food to the plants and oxygen to other forms of life. The leaf, in the presence of sunlight, with the help of the green coloring pigment, chlorophyll, water, and carbon dioxide, prepares starch food. Respiration. During this process, oxygen is taken in and carbon dioxide is given out. This process is called respiration. Now, transpiration. The excess of water in the plant is sent out in the form of water through stomata. This is called transpiration. Vegetative propagation. In Bryophyllum and Begonia plants, leaf buds develop on the margin of the leaf. The buds fall on the ground and develop into new plants. Now our next topic is the flowers. Flowers make a plant beautiful. We grow many plants for their flowers. Flowers vary in size, shape, color, and scent. Since the flower helps in reproduction, we call it the reproductive organ of the plant. After pollination and fertilization, the flower produces the fruit. Fruit encloses the seeds. Seeds produce new plants. Thus, flowers important in making seeds. You know very well, children, flowers help in reproduction and leads to formation of seeds and fruits. Each flower has a slender stalk called the pedicel, by which it is attached to the stem. The sepals form the outermost part of a flower. They look like small leaves at the base of the flower. Their function is to protect the flower bud. The prominent or showy parts of a flower are the petals. They protect the stamens and ovary, the male and female reproductive parts, respectively. The stamens are the male parts of a flower. They usually around the pistil. Each stamen consists of two parts, a filament and an anther. When ripe, a stamen head or the anther contains some fine yellow powder known as pollen. The pistil is the female part of a flower. It consists of the stigma, the style and the ovary. In most flowers, all the four parts are present. Such flowers are called complete flowers. Example, petunia, pea, gulmohar, etc. In some flowers, one or more part is missing. Such flowers are called incomplete flowers. Example, date palm, mulberry, maize, etc. Transfer of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma of a flower is called pollination. The ovule becomes the seed and the ovary becomes the fruit after fertilization. So children, flowers are used for decoration and making buckets. They add color and fragrance to the surroundings.